right. So, it's the middle of the night on the 3rd of Yevania. We're deep into the autumn. And you've just finished slaughtering these orcs. Alright. So, looking at this writing, I am just thinking now we'll give you. I'll have you make a lore roll, Wanderer, but I want you to make it at a -1.
Okay.
And it's only the fact that you've got shadow lore that you can even think of even rolling for this.
-1.
No. Well, that's for one of them. You can roll again for the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a slim chance, but
I should have spent a hope.
too late now.
Yeah.
And
Would this might seem, I mean, not that my lore's any better, but since I have orc lore, would that help me? I know it's like mannerisms, but at the same time, would I, because if I'm hunting them, would I kind of know their speech?
Okay, I'll allow it.
As I said,
-1 as
mine's-
well. -1 on your
fine.
lower roll as well. I didn't think of that. Yes, that would be relevant. Again,
That's not aware.
if successful, it's not like hey, I can suddenly read shadow speech. Black
Yeah,
speech,
it is night.
But
That helps. Yeah, we'll find out. Yeah, there was a chance. It wasn't a great chance.
there's 2 documents. You can roll for the other one.
Okay. Minus fire. No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guess what gets to happen?
I get to not like what I see, so I'm gonna assume it happens.
No.
And you just trying to looking at that script. Of course, the music isn't quite matching the feeling right now, but the
He goes
Sorta-
to touch it and he sees the eye of Sauron.
just sort of just shudder with just a brief bit of fear, but you're hoping the others didn't notice a dwarf shuddering with fear.
I go foul speech. I just kind of push it to the
Just throw it away. Yeah. But these 2 documents, if you want to call them documents, remain unknown to you.
Well, perhaps we should finish up here and follow Brandir to his home.
Yes. And whatever they want to do with the 2 hillmen, they're just tied up in the woods, since I guess it's their land.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're not far from you. But yeah, the 2 hillmen, you assume at least, are still tied up.
Yeah.
Brandir comes forward with this older man. And you could, as he was walking up, you could kind of slightly overhear him telling Brandir that he was very brave to come here to the rescue. And as he gets closer, this man looks up. Thank you kindly. What you have done here, at great risk to yourselves.
You're most welcome, sir. Your son is a brave man.
Brandir kind of looks down to the ground, but you can see a little bit of a smile come to the corner of his mouth.
Anything to rid the blight of the orcs off this place. Look at the burning pile of them.
We would not leave free men to torment and torture if we could help it.
Then we are indebted to you. Money we have none, but I can give you and your company a place to rest, a meal, and some security for the evening,
That would be most welcome.
and beyond if you need. Our place is not too far from here, although it'll be dawn by the time we get there, but I don't want to stay another moment in this place.
No, indeed not. And Bane kind of looks around and then tosses a torch into the nearest hut. Because of his head.
Right. What say you all? Let's make haste then?
Yes.
Yes.
Brandir informs me that 2 of the hillmen have been tied up here. Is it rope that you need back?
I suppose not. Not in the little amount that was tied to them.
Yeah, well, we can replenish it.
Is that
That'll,
out of character? Is that
We're
will
gonna
that
hang.
get us in, yeah, will that be a
uh,
like a shadow? Yeah, leaving them tied up.
no, because you're not murdering them.
Yeah, we're letting nature take its course one way or the other.
I mean,
I thought these guys were indicating they were going to go get them because they're like,
But it sounded to me like they're going to leave them tied up. But
no.
yeah.
I mean, I'm fine either way. I don't think, like I said, I don't think that's necessarily the same as you're killing them out of hand. They
Yeah.
could work their way free eventually, probably.
Ruling wise, it wouldn't actually do it unless you were like tying them up next to like an open volcano that's erupting.
Yeah. Right. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine
Yeah.
either way.
This
Yeah,
means
well, I let them.
they will work themselves out of it eventually. They're pretty wiry sorts. We haven't really had too many run-ins with them. We don't normally venture out this far anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But
Willingly
come,
or not, they are servants of the shadow. They do not deserve our mercy.
yes. Let us depart. I forgot he introduced himself as Giles.
Giles. Okay. Father of Brandir.
Yep. The other 2 men are Tomas and Pieter. But now, Hogar's. Oh, the horses.
He was so caught up in his 2 dead orcs.
Yeah, he was watching the fire warming his hands. And it just sort of occurred to him. So, he goes running off. And shortly after, in about probably about 10 minutes, he comes back leading the horses. He's kind of tied them one to the other, and he's leading them all by the one at the front.
Okay.
You've got 4 more passengers here. Is there space for them on horses, or are you going to walk it to their place?
How did they
Well,
look. I know I'm weary.
Yeah, I mean, is anyone particularly wounded or anything, or?
No, it looks like they've had a couple of bumps and scrapes, but they haven't been in battle.
Mechanically, will riding do anything for us if we're weary? Or does it make any difference?
There's
walking.
there's nothing mechanical about it if for this
I mean,
at least part.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter to me. Well, we can walk, or I guess a couple of us could ride. I mean, we're just gonna walk the horses anyway. We're just gonna go the same speed, so.
All right.
Right. Perhaps we can put Master Fulvis on the horse because maybe he's a little slower. I don't know. He has little legs.
Yeah.
Short
He has little
legs.
legs.
Don't worry, I'm made for cross country.
So you set out. And along the way, Giles tells you that our place is some ruins that we had found up on a hill. We filled in the gaps with wood, but it's fairly sturdy for being able to sleep soundly. But wiping out all these orcs, we suspected they must have had a camp north of us. I know not if there are other encampments. I don't know whether or not to expect a retaliation.
Yes, Brander said they were raiding your home periodically.
Yes. Recently, it had increased.
You live in a dangerous area.
It didn't used to be so bad. We wanted to set out on our own, to start our own village. You know, we'd have the odd sort of small orc party every now and then we could deal with, but our fighters were quite sturdy. These orcs were quite scrawny, really. But over the past year, it had just gotten worse, and some of our best fighters were killed several months ago. We grow worrisome about this trend. We founded our little community several years ago. We call it Corvin, after our leader at the time, and sadly he passed a few years ago. Not from orc, mind you, just he was old. I'm just getting a map ready for you guys.
A shame, but he'll not let his memory go to waste. But I could not help but notice the helmet of one of my brethren. Were others held at this camp while you were here?
Well, we'd only been here half a night. No others were here in that amount of time.
Or did you hear them speak of such things?
He spits. Their foul speech. I don't understand it. It's just the very sound of it.
Well, they spoke with the hillman, I believe. That was in nicer tongue.
Yes, it was difficult to hear. I gathered that their dealings with the hillman were regular. Them being in place, hillman bringing them supplies, occasionally trading in things that they might find. They seemed to have some sort of goods they brought tonight. Some sort of, it's almost an argument, I think. I couldn't quite hear them. Didn't think the orcs were too pleased with what they had received or what they were
We
bringing
settled
them.
the argument later.
Indeed, you did. Sorry, I'm trying to make your tokens not giants before I bring you over to this map. And that's made you too small.
That conversation was trying to bide time. Let's see.
There we go. All right. They're on the east side.
I see. Okay. Oh, they have a nice little village.
And you are larger than they are, but just that you're not. It just looks like you are.
You mean they're not a bunch of small folk?
No, it's not.
We're larger than life, yes.
The
Yeah.
little people.
They're all dwarf sized, but
I'd like to thank the little people. Without them, we wouldn't be here. Oh,
yeah. Two men come out.
it's around dawn now, give or take.
Oh, it is, yes. And you are quite tired now. From a battle, getting beaten, and then up all night. These two look of concern on their face. And Giles comes up to them. And you hear him, when you hadn't returned, we feared the worst. Well, the worst nearly happened. If it wasn't for these people here in Brandir, we would have been at the mercy of the orcs. But come, these people will be staying with us. This man close to you, Angamandil, is coming up to. I could take your horses. We have stablery down. He points to his right, which is down to the south of the map.
To be most welcome, sir.
They will be well tended, fed, watered, brushed. Giles tells the other men, go and tell the others. At once. So this man, I didn't put Hogar out there. Oops, oh well. I'll get to him. He'll be gigantic when I do. Roar, I'm a giant.
It's what's on the inside.
Yes. Hogar goes with this man to lead your horses back. And they're down in here.
Gotcha.
And I will leave Hogar down there for the time being.
He doesn't trust just anyone with the horses.
No, he wants to make sure. So, yeah, for this campaign, I've kind of limiting myself to making maps that are for strategic purposes because it takes a long old time. But I made this one, put this one together because I didn't know what you were gonna do if you were gonna hole up here and then defend yourself on a siege against orcs coming.
No, we took the siege to them.
Yes, you did, but it is here. And where the oh, there he is.
Time of day was it?
It is dawn now, and you guys are very tired. But
It's the 4th of you.
oh yes, let's need to adjust the calendar. There it is.
Lead us on, Brandir.
Yes, come in. This area here it's our only entrance into our dwelling. The stones are mostly intact. Elsewhere, we have palisades that we've built, but we keep all our dwellings in here, and we've built all these parapets, all these walkways around to defend us in case we need to. He noted. He points over to the southeast corner. That's Bren there. He's a great archer.
Ah.
And he points up to the south, and there's Christoph. He waves to him. He keeps a watch over all of our horses and livestock.
Wherever he points, I kind of nod at the person.
You can't see from here, but on the north side and the west side, we have more archers. But come. This is our main commons area where we tend to gather and work. Dwellings are here and about. Some places are storage. Oops. Giles needs to come.
So based off just what we've seen, Giles seems to be the leader.
He seems to be that a lot of people are coming to him. There's some women, some elderly about. You see a few children as well. I don't know if their names should be visible
they're all
to
visible.
you. I painstakingly went through and gave them all individual names, but
All except hunters were rescued.
Child 1, Child 2.
what? Where?
All except Giles, like Tom and Peter, I guess. Their tokens. Everyone else has names.
Oh, I know why I changed it afterwards. Well,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can change it again.
Benji.
Anyway, I'll get to those as we go. We can prepare places for you. But you must
Thank
be
you.
hungry and tired.
Yes, both.
Bane just kind of leans over for a second.
Yeah.
Heavily on the axe.
There, I've changed them all. Okay. Oops. You guys are so big. Brander continues here and he gestures to this building here. This is what functions for Village Hall. It's sort of a common room. We can find lodging for you in here.
Is there a corner there, yeah, where we can throw a blanket?
We'll do more than that. We'll bring straw. And Brandier, despite you can see the weariness on his face, but he goes and speaks to a woman, and she moves on from there. But come, let's get you food. All right, so they take you in, and initially bring water and some bread and broth bowl.
Cool. I tear up some. So I guess are there tables in there or
Yes, there are. It's were this place to get even bigger, this would easily become the pub, or what.
Okay.
The
So I
origins of the word pub is public house, if you probably know, but
Sure.
but
So I always sit at a table, and once I sit down, I tear up some of the bread. I start dunking the bread into the broth and popping it in my mouth that way, in between spoonfuls.
you see children stare in from the outside. The women brush them aside and say, "Go play."
If I catch the eye, I wink at them.
You did on one of them, a little girl, and she giggles and runs away. But you guys can't want for anything. There's people asking you if you want more. Are you comfortable? And as you're eating and drinking, you see people are bringing in some hay
Cool.
to make a more comfortable area for you to sleep.
Dan situates himself in a corner.
Yeah, after eat a bowl or two of the soup or the broth and some bread, my eyes start to get heavy. I start eyeing a corner of the hay.
Giles comes in. My lords, I would speak more with you now, but I think rest is in order.
We can speak. Yeah, we could speak after we rest a bit.
You can rest safely here. No one will disturb, and we will double the watch on the walls tonight just to be sure of no retaliation.
You're most kind, sir.
I do not require sleep as my companions do. I would see your defenses if you would offer me a tour, perhaps your smithy even.
Ah, of course. Let me have someone. Theo can take you around. And this older man comes. It's this man here. And he takes you around. I assume the rest of you are bedding down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And
I kind of get in the corner and pull my cloak around me or whatever, and down over my eyes a little bit, and start going to sleep.
right.
Yep, Wander has done the same. Found a corner and pulled her cloak and hood over and
Okay.
fallen asleep.
And this building here is the smithy. You see a man kind of snoozing, an older man kind of snoozing on the outside. He's kind of the dirt you would expect from a smith, but you caught him taking a mid-morning nap. And and it's a sort of smithy that it's quite open. It's mostly a roof, other than the walls along the backside that are against the stone wall here. And you notice that the long building to the top up here, a lot of people are coming and going from it. It's open. It's more like a It's like a place where day work happens. The dwellings seem to be more of the buildings down along the south. Although this building is a large home as well. But you see some remains of stairs to your north here left over in the ruins. Then they've all the wooden platforms they've added themselves. And taking you around, you see that they have spent a lot of time that where there are gaps in the ruined walls, they've built a palisade wall of sturdy tree trunks. And it seems to be fairly well maintained. Not fresh like within the past few months, but something that, just from your analysis, you live in a wooded area. It's probably been here just over a year. One thing that is apparent to you as you walk around, other than the men you came in with and the men up on the walls, you find a lot of women, a few elderly, and children. And reading into that, based upon what Giles was telling you, that they lost a lot of their fighters, good fighting men, several months ago, and the increase in shadow activity, these people are in danger, or a growing danger.
Would be engaging him in very mild conversation on that topic and just kind of musing and ask him, who is your greatest warrior? Do you train your men and women to fight?
Well, Giles is one of ours, and Peter, Tomas. Besides the men up, the archers up on the parapets there. I would say Tomas is the best with the sword. Now, I may be old to you, but I used to swing a good blade myself, and I'll still swing it if there's a... He spits. If any of them orcs come around here, they'll feel my blade. He hasn't really stopped looking. Go ahead.
Oh. Could have said, is the life of your kin here worth your anger and hate? What if the orcs overnumber you and outnumber and overwhelm? Or will you flee? What will you do?
This has been a topic of discussion of late. It didn't used to be like this. You know, there's arguments, people of pride that we've made this place our home. But increasingly we've seen more and more orc activity. We've even heard on the night the howling of wolves. And they did not sound... There was something abnormal about them. And you're guessing he's probably meaning wargs, but he wouldn't necessarily know that.
We also took care of those, though. Some.
Some of them. He's also
Shadow spreads.
he hasn't stopped looking at you. As you gather, he probably hasn't seen too many elves.
And as beautiful as I, anyways.
But what you say is a concern to some, and increasingly so. We have a number of children. Some of the younger women have begun learning to swing a sword. Some more than others. Malena is quite stubborn and stern. Whenever she can, she practices. So too does Morena and Zara, but these names are names you don't know yet.
Where on the Eridor map are we exactly? Where's this town?
We are... Oh yeah, I never marked that for you guys. Let's go back to there. I'm going to zoom in. We've learned. If I can do it. I should move your... There, just a little bit. It's so small, or the scale is so big. You only win a few miles. I will. Jacob has been keeping all of our notes for us.
Say to was it Theo?
Theo.
You are quite alone out here, your settlement. And there's much activity of darkness in the nearby Etten Moors, to your east, to your south. I would recommend you encourage the Covenant here towards the larger cities.
Well, we're not.
Our fellowship is not out here to drive the shadow off completely. I fear that is an impossibility.
We aren't completely alone. There's another settlement further south, Shearer Vale. We meet with them from time to time.
Any word come to you of any dwarvish parties traveling in these areas and where they might have been going?
Oh. We had some. Saw some dwarven travelers. Now that's been a couple years back. Recently, no. We haven't. But
You any idea where those dwarves in the past had been traveling towards?
well, let's see. I wasn't the one who spoke to them, but they were traveling along the Horwell. Said something about keeping this area safe. They didn't want to stop. And they didn't go far. I believe they were headed towards the Horwell when they left us. But we don't get too many out
Give
here.
him a half bow. Appreciate your hospitality, Theo. If you wouldn't mind, I would like to sharpen my blade sometime. Do not think you have to fear retribution from the orcs in the near future. It may be some time before the encampment's destruction is discovered, but we'd prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
There are some here that they'll view that as a sign we need to move on. I dare say the ongoing discussion and arguments that we've had are going to take a turn now. I'll have all over by the blacksmith here. He sharpens a good blade. If you can keep him awake long enough. Tends to nap quite a bit, but he works hard when he's got something to do. Do you need anything else? Do you require anything further?
Require very little, thank you. I'll just give him a bow and head back to the blacksmith area.
All right.
I took Virtue Elvish Dream, so I get a prolonged rest just from doing short rest.
That's
and I can just do
correct.
basic activities by sharpening stone, so I'm just gonna hang around and sharpen my sword.
Is it worth it? Like,
What'd you say?
is it worth it?
Having to sleep?
If you look at wondering discussion, is it? Would you say it's Agamemnon worth it? Like,
It's in the Discord chat.
Right. So beautiful.
Okay. Havel woken up from his snooze and sets to work sharpening up your blade. Okay. So, the rest of you are snoozing away. How long do you want to sleep? Are you wanting to carry on through to early the next day, or are you wanting to awaken for the evening? A brief rest?
I think at this point, I think most of us need a prolonged rest at this point.
A long rest would
Yeah.
probably help. We have to recoup our strength.
Vane's
Okay.
gonna be just snoring or very loud.
Yeah. Okay. It should work if you click prolonged rest on your... None of you are wounded, so it is in effect. Well, I guess it would show up in the coding anyway. You find it on your sheet?
Yeah, I forgot it's asking us about fellowship.
What's that?
Oh,
Yep.
What's it saying? I forget.
if we want to recover hope points, that's all.
Oh. Yeah, you can... That's the point when you can spend them, so you can, if you wanted to...
I'll take one.
I still have 7 out of 10, so I'm okay for a little bit.
Yeah, how many do we get back? We get 6?
No, 6 is what we have available in the fellowship to divide amongst all of us.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. If you can, so like each of us could take 1 theoretically or something like that. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I took one.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
so-
glad the coding's working. Just
So,
opened up
yeah,
your fellowship sheet.
I'll take 1.
Mhm.
Just
I guess I'll take 1 too then.
right. Is that cover will everyone get 1? Should someone get 2?
Well, there's still 3 left. If you can also, I believe you can do this also at a short rest.
How do
So-
we recover or reduce fatigue?
I think
Fatigue.
it's after.
No.
fatigue is you recover 1 fatigue point per day of rest at a place of comfort, and this would qualify for a place of comfort.
Okay, so that's not automatic, but I gotta drop that to 5.
I don't see why we wouldn't be here a few days anyway, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Hey, we might.
I was going to offer to you guys. Sorry, just a bit of a game mechanic chat. Then we'll get back to the story, but it's not really in the rules. But I feel like you could have somewhat of a fellowship phase because you're in a place of safety. Well, you're in the middle of Darklands, but you're fortified. You have comforts. I was gonna not necessarily all the the fellowship phase undertakings, like ponder storied maps. Obviously you're not going to meet with your patron, but I was going to allow you to spend experience if you wanted to. You don't have too many, but if you wanted to, you could, if you're going to stay here for a few days, that is. And then you could lose a fatigue point for each day that you're staying. Up to you. You guys are quite weary. Keep in mind, prior to the orc battle, you had journeyed across not the best terrain, all across the Attenmoors. After you'd gone up through the Trollshaws and the Coldfells, but so you are quite weary of sorts. Your bones ache. But I'll leave that up to you guys to decide what you would like to do.
I think it seems logical we'd spend a couple of days here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least a couple, I would think. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Could
have
also
thought
use this to.
Fellowship. I don't know if that's enough to count as the fellowship phase, or
if you wanted to,
giving us a mini fellowship phase, basically.
yeah, just a mini one. If you wanted to, if you wanted to spend some experience points to raise something, just let me know, and we'll see if it seems logical that you could do so in the short space of time.
We also could we strengthen fellowship?
That's a fellowship phase undertaking, isn't it?
This is fellowship rating by 1 until next fellowship phase. I feel like this is kind of a place where we're all bonding and getting to know these people, and it would kind of strengthen our fellowship. To
that
just kind of be here
undertaking
for a few days.
That undertaking makes sense for a mini fellowship phase. Have I included that? Yes, there it is. Fellowship phase undertakings. Wow, I forgot how small that is. I thought I was making a nice, handy little PDF, but as a PDF, it works fine. There's just lots of data. Yeah, strengthen fellowship. Yeah, fellowship rating +1 for next adventuring phase. So that would be as you left here. So basically what that's going to be after you've stayed here a few days, you can add 1 fellowship point back to your list. You're going to get 4 points instead of the 3. Every little bit helps. Yes, I will allow that one. So think about it if you wanted to raise anything. But did you guys go ahead and collect the prolonged rest, and did it recover your endurance?
Yes, I'm no longer.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
How many skill and adventure points do you get each session again?
3.
3. And it's each attended session, I think.
Yeah.
Right. I'm trying to think if I did it after the last time I played him. I think I might have.
You would have. I always make sure that. Well, they would have been subtracted from your character, so whatever's on there is what you've got. It's not like you haven't removed anything from it. So, I mean, you've got a few points there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep building up.
Okay.
So I'm trying to remember what page is
I remember I built him at the level of LRA, and then I did the one session when I was getting on an airplane, and so that's why I don't know if I did those 3 points or not, and it was so long I don't remember when I even...
I add them to your character sheets.
Okay, cool.
I always do.
Yeah.
Jacob, there's in the journal tab here under rules and resources, I put the experience points cost on their own page, so it's quick and easy to find.
resources? You said? Rules and resources?
Yeah, rules and resources, and then under the One Ring rules.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And then I've got a separate tab. Tab number 3 is experience points cost.
I always forget it shows like a tab, and then I don't see other like tabs, so I get confused, and then I click it, and then it expands.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
I'm still that's for the new version 10 of Foundry. I'm still getting used to it myself. I welcome it, but I'm not used to it yet.
All right.
And I'll let you guys do a bit of mechanic here. Hairebrand, I don't know if you had a chance to look at my summary of bonuses for you, but your new sword. Increasing valor.
Would help with it.
Oh, yes. I mean,
Yeah.
you could get up to, let's see. What would it do? 10 minus your valor. Like, your valor can go up to, I think, 6.
Mm-hmm.
That would be, you'd score, once you got your valor up to 6, which would take a lot of experience to get at that high bit. Against an orc, you'd score a piercing blow on any feat die that was a 4 or higher, I believe.
Okay.
It's incredible.
We'll probably start raising some valor then.
Yeah, I just thought I'd point that out to you. Wanderer's got a similar sort of thing.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm going to increase my valor to 3 and use my 12 skill points.
Now, can I increase it more than one at a time, or
Just one.
just one? Okay. So I'll do that then. Anyway.
Yeah.
Alright.
Now, keep in mind, skill points can only be used for skills.
Right. Adventure points are for valor.
Valor and wisdom and
combat.
And yeah, weapon proficiencies.
And you can only, not that we have enough points, but you can only upgrade one of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's either wisdom or valor. You can't do both. Thanks, Jacob. Forgot that one.
Or combat proficiency, I think even. I think it's real specific. But... Although I think if you upgrade valor, we also get another reward, right?
Oh yeah, it doesn't just increase Wanderers and Hairbrand's bonuses on their weapon. You also get to choose another reward, and rewards are stackable.
Oh boy.
Do you mean stackable? Like,
Well,
In terms of like, I put keen on my Grievous axe.
you can't get double keen, but actually, I misspoke. The generic. Let me get to it so I can actually speak with knowledge instead of just guessing.
It's okay.
The generic virtues,
All
general virtues, like
oh yeah,
all
okay.
Yeah, all upgrades can only be applied only once to the same piece of gear. So
Yeah.
like if you could do numerous what is it called? Numerous upgrades, but you can't just do the same upgrade. That's the thing.
yeah, it's the general virtues that can stack. So like if you took hardiness, that raises your maximum endurance by 2 points. You can keep buying this one with experience if you wanted to. Just add 2 more endurance every time you got a new wisdom rating. You know, or Bane's dour handed. It gives him a +1 for determining heavy blow or pierce, but he can choose it again and have +2. Those are the ones that stack.
I have just enough to up my valor or wisdom, and I might actually do reinforced shield, like spend my few days at the blacksmith.
Oh, that makes
reinforcing my
sense.
Because then I'll have all 3 of the armor swords be as tanky as possible.
Then you can work on your weapons.
Dude, then I gotta start taking talents. There's so many talents I need.
Yeah, I'm at that. Well, I mean, I guess I could always do one and then the other, but I'm at that end point. I'm like, I could get 4 in axes,
Oh God.
or
Jesus.
or I could just do 2 in valor and then get 4 in axes later. But valor would make my axe, because I probably was looking at it, would make my axe keen, which means it would piercing blow on 9s. So.
Yeah.
Well,
also-
with my increase in valor, I'm gonna take the ways of the wild virtue.
Does it make sense on a mini? I just want to make sure.
It says whenever I am making a roll using explore, hunting, or travel, I can spend 1 hope point to achieve a magical success.
Ah, yes.
Additionally, you are always allowed to cover more than 1 roll during a journey.
So,
Oh,
so
wow.
valor, wisdom, weapons, and or combat proficiencies, and what else with them?
Adventure points are for valor, wisdom, and combat proficiencies.
Okay,
Skill
so
points are just for skills.
Okay, so if I go 2 with those,
Yeah,
I
so
can-
that makes sense. That really does. That was basically like, you know, Aragorn putting his head to the ground and being able to tell who was traveling from a distance. That was a magical success.
This is where I have to figure out how to lower this.
What are you doing? Might be able to help you.
I'm gonna add keen to my axe
Oh, okay.
as well.
That there's no way to do it with the coding, but drag. You can drag the. Oh, what's it called? God damn it! Under rewards, just drag keen weapon over to your character sheet, and then edit it so that replace the word weapon with great axe. And then I will add that to your journal. Not your journal, but the one that I made about all the bonuses, because it won't automatically do it in the coding.
Did I drag the wrong one?
Yeah, you got fell weapon too.
Got it.
And then I will go and change.
Or it doesn't want me to delete it for some reason. That's also fine.
Shift Alt and
Ah.
click, I believe, is a delete. If not, I can
Yes.
look for it. There we go. And you should be able to edit the title so it can say Grievous Axe. Great Axe, sorry.
Yes, because now it's both of my axe. I figured I'd make it easier for now, and then I can always. I'm still pretty close. We're in another 2 sessions. I'll probably get the axes 4 again.
Yeah, well, last session was the only one where you didn't roll like a tank. So normally you hit pretty easily, but all right, let me modify your journal. So I want to move on with the game. Here,
I got sure at the mark as my virtue. I roll favored on my ranged attacks now.
Oh, I gotta read
Modify
that.
my
I gotta read
right.
that.
because you made a whole I forgot you made for each of us or thing. All right, cool. I see it again.
I'll update here in just a second, Jacob.
No problem. All right, and then skills.
That is a great one there, Chris.
Yeah, I think my elf friends have been teaching me how to use my bow better.
Yeah, but you've been using it a lot lately. You've been a sniper.
Yeah.
All right, let me modify this combat bonus. So it's just your great axe. It's a keen. I feel like, I just mark it there.
Is there a way to make it so when I roll my bow, it's automatically favored?
Yeah. No, not automatically. I'm afraid.
Okay.
You have to tick it. I'll change it on this. This new journal I made. Every time we have a battle or doing skills, I'm going to open it up just so. I'd encourage all of you to do so as well, because I think some of these things are easy to forget. Let's see. So Jacob, you score a piercing blow on a 9+ instead of 10+.
Indeed.
And don't forget you're dour handed. If you roll an 8, yeah, technically on an 8 or higher, you're gonna score a piercing blow because of dour handed.
Yes.
I think that's okay. I've got that. Save that. So that's updated, and then Fulvus. Right, we'll get on with it here in just a moment. I think this is the last thing I've got to do. I think everyone else, you're ready to go, I think.
Yeah, just gotta. So yeah, I upgraded my Valor, so then that'll give me more to 2. So that'll unlock some of the sword you said.
Sure will.
Okay. And then
I got the Ways of the Wild thing you might want to make a note about.
Oh yes, I need to do that too.
Magical success.
I'll catch up here in a moment.
Wander, you said because Valor went up, you get another
Reward.
reward. Yeah.
Yeah. I took another virtue. Because I got magical weapons. It makes no sense really to me stacking stuff on them.
I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Andy. But I believe if there is one available, you can unlock an additional thing on your magic weapon, right?
Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. You are right.
If there is one available. I know sometimes there's not. So.
Yeah. Oh.
So I do not know which magic weapons people have that can be upgraded or not, but you know.
It's true. So, did you go ahead and did you raise your valor? Don?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right. I'm getting caught up here.
Metagame all the magic items to us, Andy. There's the Elvish sword, Fulvis's ring, Wanderer's bow, Wanderer's sword. I think are all of our magic weapons.
So,
and I have a magic one. I have a magic sword
yeah,
too.
Herobrand just gave
That
a
was the one.
sword.
Yeah, the elvish sword.
Yeah.
Ellery was supposed to get the bow, but she wants to be all depressing and stay at home.
Yeah.
All right, Wanderer. Let me do yours, then I'll do Herobrand, and then we are sorted. And let's see.
I'm trying to remember. It's no, not Journey. Nope. Right, it hides it in handouts. I always forget. Yeah, we got the bow, the ring, or of Dagnir, and yeah.
Sword reward. Where are the rewards? Okay.
Okay.
Where are the list of
Wanderer.
rewards? You know what pages they're on?
What do you? You can find them on the briefcase tab here in on Foundry. There's a whole folder I made of them. And
There
you
we
just
go.
drag it to your character sheet.
Okay. Oh, maybe I'll do cunning make or close fitting. Is that it?
I would say for modifying armor, that might be a bit much to do in a short space of time.
Here, in this place. Okay. I could hold it then, I guess, too. Can I hold it and just when we get to some place where
Uh,
Well, we are approaching Bree in theory soon.
yeah,
In theory.
yeah. It's
'Cause,
just,
I mean,
it's just
because
that
my sword is gonna. So yeah,
it
where's
means
the?
it means you'll be minus your armor for the main amount of time it takes for them to do it.
Yeah.
Which you can do, but you just won't be as protected. All right, last
Yes.
thing.
Grievous.
If the orcs invade, I'll protect you, Herobrand.
Yeah, Bane.
You don't need armor.
Yeah, Bane and Agamandil will stand as the two shields out in front.
I'm just trying to figure out what is the new what have I unlocked on the sword?
That's what I'm
With
looking
the-
up right now.
Then I don't want to, so that determine what kind of reward I pick, maybe.
Ooh.
If we're allowed to know, you could, I guess,
Well,
you could just say there is more to unlock. You could really mess with it.
no, this will be obvious. I just need to. Hold on. I gotta get to the right spot to be able to read it out right.
Well, Herobrand, there's plenty of pickings in this village. They're kind of short men.
Oh, you are gonna love this, Herobrand. But I'm not gonna tell you what it does.
Okay.
But I'm gonna describe to you what you can see.
Okay.
As over these past couple days, sitting here in Corvin, enjoying the hospitality of these people and reflecting upon just what has happened, journeying from Dale and Rivendell and dealing with the trolls and marching, through the Trollshaws, the Coldfells, and the Ettendales, and you've really, in the battle at this orc camp, your prowess as a warrior is just really shown through. And holding the sword, something you didn't notice before, and there's runes glowing on the blade, just faintly. And you know, you've been traveling a while. You know, when you were swinging the sword at the orc encampment, you felt every swing. You know, you're weary, your muscles were sore. But holding this sword up right now, it doesn't feel like you're holding anything. You feel like you could swing it for days.
Feels like it hardly weighs anything.
Well, you do feel its weight, but it's not just to swing it through the air. It doesn't feel like that. You know, your arm is still sore when you like move to get up and whatever, reach into your backpack and like, oh. But not when you're maneuvering this sword. You don't feel it at all.
Okay.
And that's all I'm telling you. It's an ability that's made for you. Kind of related to the amount of stuff that you carry.
Yeah, that's what it says. Well, if I did like, how long would it take? Not my whole armor, maybe just my helmet, for him to make it. Could he make it? Let's see.
What's your options?
Well, either close fitting or cunning make.
Cunning makes it so it decreases the
my
weight, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of a tough call.
It is a tough call.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me look at the rewards. And,
Sure.
Are you like overweight right now? Are you carrying a lot of stuff?
Well, my armor is heavy.
He's just worried because he gets hit once and he gets weary the moment he gets hit. Like he's like it's like 3 points
because of load.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's with me like throwing away not using my shield or carrying my bow or anything. I just dump them and work with my sword, my helm, and my mail shirt.
Yeah. Havel takes a look at that and he's an older man. It's I could fix that for you. You could definitely do the cunning make on that one.
Okay, let's do that then.
So just drag that to your sheet and replace the words in bracket to just helm.
Okay, where did my helm go? Where I just oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry. So pull it. Okay.
So where it says armor, helm, or shield, just make it say helm, and then on your helmet, reduce its load by 2. You can do that, and it automatically changes it in the coding. That part does work.
Okay. Cunning make. Drag it over to.
Oh, you wrote it. You
Can I
wrote
do it?
It's on there twice now for you.
Oh, okay. So now what are you gonna do?
Here, I'll get rid of one for you. There you go.
Okay, thanks.
And then here, I'll change the name of it. There you go. And then just edit your helm here. I'll do it. I'll change the name of it too, with the helm, so it says it as well.
So it knows it's cunning or whatever.
Yeah, just so we know that we've done it for this helm already.
Yeah.
So that's reduced your load by 2.
Cool.
Okay. I think that's all the maintenance.
I'm not able to. How am I editing my sheet here? I just want to change my hunting to 3.
Oh,
I can't-
alt click.
Yeah, you have to alt left click.
Yeah,
Alt left.
yeah, alt left click. Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Now I'm done. Good. Okay.
cool. All
All
right.
right. Thanks.
And you guys subtracted all your skill points and adventure points for what you've spent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so 2 days, 3 days. How long do you guys want to chill here?
Want to do 3? Just-
Well, because it's a day per fatigue. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
And we already spend 1 day here, or has that?
Already, I think you guys. We've already spent 1 day just by sleeping here overnight, and
Okay. So we're down to 3 fatigue. So you guys just want to get rid of all our fatigue, or?
well,
Just-
I think you guys have different amounts.
Oh, I
Yeah,
have
my
4.
fatigue is at 5.
Mine's at 10.
I was at 4 after
Oh.
1 day of sleep.
Did you
So-
say you're 10?
Yeah.
Holy hell.
What have you been doing? Oh,
I think since I was travel, I accumulated more fatigue.
there is a few bad rolls I think you made on the travel that it increased your fatigue.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, that is one tired hobbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we look.
He was
He was
not
back
the
on
one
the
getting
horse
hit by
faster.
trees.
Yeah, I guess at one point we look back and just see Fulvis like crawling. That's jeez.
So you want to say at least 3 days? At least?
That sounds like a good
Yeah.
number.
Okay. I mean, that's okay. So I'll go
Yeah,
with
because
that.
we spent 1 already.
How
so-
worried are we about this township? Do we?
Yeah. What is it? There's like 8 or 10 able-bodied males fighting in this.
Yeah,
And some women who are in training.
I was thinking we either try to strengthen their defenses and maybe have some like it was like strengthen defenses. Maybe set some traps or teach them about work tactics. Maybe a strategy in case they need to quickly leave this place, escape route.
Yeah.
Well,
or we convince them to migrate, but it's
It's tough to leave your home, though.
Do not
Yeah.
appear to wish to leave. Yes, from what I can tell.
so
Gotta
strengthening. might be
start
the-
over, start from scratch somewhere else. It's
Might
Well-
even spend a week here and empowering their defenses and training them. We could do some skill rolls to build defenses.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's enough rubble about, and you have a dwarf, 2 in
Who
fact.
has? Yeah, decent fencing.
You could rebuild part of the walls,
I mean,
strengthen the palisades.
I'm amenable to any of those things, whatever people want to do.
I think maybe saying a couple, even more extra days to one, get maybe some people who have heavy fatigue down, and also to help these people not
Sure.
get hurt after the first orc attack again.
Okay, so if you're engaging in fortification, then that's a craft roll.
Yes.
But if there's working together, so anything that you might roll, Bane, consider you've got a bonus from Hogar.
Gotcha. All right.
I'm fairly crafty as well. I can give you some aid.
All right.
Yeah, you can also improve perhaps the parapets up there for the archers, which
Gotcha. So I got support from a companion. I got also a bonus dice,
yeah.
and then am I able to apply my inspired? Because I mean we're staying here overnight.
Yeah, you
and
can.
during the
Yeah, you can. You could wait till nighttime to do it. So you like do my best work at night.
yeah when no one else can see, you just hear wood and
Wood
knocking.
and just stacking of stone.
All right, let's see what I get.
Done really well. That is some. Just by using rubble, that's some really nicely aligned mortar there, you feel.
Yeah, this is where the dwarves shine. Hogar and him are like, you know, tag teaming that with rocks. Agamemnon like keeping an eye on the parapets and pointing.
Yeah, I can just see him with shirt tied around his waist, a bandana, and a hammer. And this is the music montage scene. But so
Wonder,
go ahead.
Hi ho, off to work we go.
Yeah. Unicorn, what were you saying?
say, he'd also, and I guess doesn't, just we can, this is all mostly roleplay purposes because we don't really get XP for doing things, but we could either teach them some fighting techniques, or I could even show them some elvish crafting techniques and help them start producing some swords over the week we stay.
Yes, definitely could be doing that.
Yeah. Whoever
Also,
likes
I
that.
wanna-
Wanderer, is there
I was gonna-
anything you're going to do?
I guess I could help with teaching them fighting and training them there.
You're decent at setting traps too, right? So you could show them how to set traps for the orcs.
Oh, their
we
hunting
might
skill.
even, so we might even do
Yeah,
some
yeah.
hunting for them and gather a bunch of meats that they can halt.
Yeah, I mean, I can try and train them in sword.
Sword
I
axe.
I can enhearten everyone.
Sing song. That's right.
Every evening is the telling of tales from the Hobbit.
Yeah.
Well, hobbits are good at sneaking and hiding. You could come up with their escape strategy if worst comes to worst.
Yeah, I
Escape tunnel.
guess.
Escape tunnel.
I'll build a hobbit-sized tunnel.
The kids can run through that. The children can roll. Yeah.
All right. Can we just have couple of hunting rolls, just to see just the level of sort of help you guys have provided, and like we did with the craft?
Hunting's on the fellowship one, right?
No,
Oh, it's in
it's on your
as well,
character
yeah.
sheet.
it's under strength.
Oh, look, it's not in alphabetical order. I'm like, I don't see it next to healing.
No.
So
It's alphabetical order, I think, by section.
Yeah, give yourself a +1 on that, +1 die.
Okay.
Ooh, how about
So-
maybe battle? How about maybe give them some strategies to?
Yep. Yep. And if
Well,
there's
crap.
wow.
can't you? Well, I have a question about Wanderer. Didn't you just take a talent that lets you use magical success for hunting?
Oh yes.
I have to spend a hope point. Yeah.
But
Look,
Also-
see, already forgetting.
You do that
Also-
after a roll's failed.
Also, I was gonna assume that did you add a bonus dice from them helping you? Because I mean, assuming you're not going out alone, you're showing them how and also gathering, right?
yeah, did you include the bonus?
I did one, yeah.
Okay. Well, you can roll again too, because this is over a couple of days. But if you wanted to spend a hope point to get a magical success, that like
Okay. We'll do one
found some
hope.
wild boar, a couple of deer.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah,
a
considerable.
lot better.
There you go. All right. Don't forget to subtract your hope.
Yeah. Doing that now.
I guess I'll roll the battle.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't get to that. If there's anyone who has battle who wants to aid you, you can take another +1. Or
Bane
a
will-
+1.
Oh, the hope
Okay.
happened automatically.
Yeah,
support-
yeah. If you select it in the roller, it does it automatically. I'll help
Oh,
you.
it does.
So,
Oh,
Support from
Yeah,
companion.
yeah.
brilliant.
so I'll just basically Hairbrand just select help from a companion or
Support
companion.
companion, got it. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I forgot to do this really, and I won't. I'll just allow it. You're supposed to, if you're helping, you're supposed to spend a hope point of your own to help.
Oh.
I didn't do it,
Enough
so
direct
screw it. You know, GM error. Just it's a bonus freebie. It's fine for this.
Didn't
So
we
we
have
could
two
provide
unspent
ideas.
hope points from our fellowship regeneration?
Sorry.
I feel like we had 2 hope points left over that no one actually claimed when we.
I thought there was 3, but you also did strengthen fellowship, and so there was 2 points left. So I'm gonna add it to be a third for the next adventuring phase. So now you have 3 points left. Sorry, Jacob, I cut you off twice.
You're good. I was just gonna say it's okay. The town's providing all the hope we need.
Yeah.
All right, so we gave them some ideas of some strategies and tactics to use.
I just saw you roll. Yes, definitely. So, subtract a total of 5 fatigue points. I think you'd already subtracted 1 each, but so total of 5.
Total of 5, okay.
And I need to advance the days.
Total of 5. That gets me down to.
Down to 0.
I had 6, so I'm at 1.
It gets all of us down to a manageable amount.
Did we go? Sorry, was the amount we rested for 4 or was it for 6?
We rested a total of 5 days. So there's
5, okay.
total of 5 fatigue points you can remove.
On top of the day you rested it first, or
No, including
No,
that.
5 total, including that.
Oh.
So 4 more than what you've already taken.
gotcha.
And it is now the morning of the 9th of Yevania. First of the week.
Yeah, I'm pretty good on fatigue. I don't have a lot of load. So
Also, just out of question, 1, the sentries and us don't see like orcs skirting this place first, and 2, he said that there's a lot of howls. Do we hear said howls at night?
You haven't heard any and haven't seen any orcs. So either they don't know or about what's happened to that camp, or they haven't figured out who might be behind it.
So they weren't able to read the Herobrand was here.
We've gone south. If you want it, suckers.
Yeah.
All right. So, to summarize, I don't want to go through 5 days of role playing because it's will be here for quite some time. But in general, the village is weighing heavy upon their decisions of how logical it is to stay here. And you can tell it's a difficult decision on their part because they have grown to call this place home, and there's memories. You have given them a better chance of defending themselves. But even if they decide to go, it's a dangerous journey with so many children and elderly. And they've asked on your journey if you're passing south, it's south-southwest journey from here. A few miles. It's another settlement called Shearer Vale. friends of theirs. To tell them what has happened.
Hmm.
And they will come.
Well,
Sure.
it's heading our direction anyway, right? Because we gotta go down to
General
Bria.
direction, yeah.
Yeah, roughly that's where the direction you were thinking of going.
Would they do better to combine with that settlement?
For them to come up to here. Or them to go
Yeah.
down there, yes.
Right. Or would that be an
Yeah.
option for them to think about,
It's
combine the two settlements?
yeah, it's something that it was mentioned by Giles.
Did
The largest
they?
is other settlement.
Sorry.
Yeah, which one's more? Yeah, which?
Giles feels like that their settlement, especially now, is much more defensible. The distance
Yeah.
in miles probably doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of difference as far as danger.
Yeah, I mean, their village looks. If they had enough people to defend it, seems like it would be a decently defensible position.
Yeah.
If they had enough people to man all the battlements and corners and.
Plus, who knows? Maybe the other village lost like half of their women. And maybe it'll work out.
All right.
Right, but they want us to take a message to this other village. let them
They've
get-
asked if you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
And of course, they have replenished your supplies with water and meats, food.
Mm-hmm. And part of that oryx that she killed with the 27 roll there.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Before we journey out, let's just take a break now before we continue on.
Sure.
If that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll see you all in about 5 to 10 minutes or so.
It's okay. Bane's made it this far without a magic weapon.
Don't even-
Yeah,
All you need is your axe.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm following. I don't know if you have the core book or not, Jacob. Well, I've put it up on here, but I'm following the in the book about rules of fate. Of
Oh,
how, like, Bilbo was meant to find the ring. Gandalf and
Oh, yeah.
Thorin were meant to find Glamdring and Orcrist.
That's why
So
Bane's not worried. Well, eventually.
It-
He
in your time, I haven't forgotten about you.
If we are going to set out on a journey, though, I would like to do a walking song. Unless it's, well, I guess it's short to the next town, right? We're not completely going on a journey yet.
Well, it's a few miles, but yeah, I won't start rolling the journey rolls until we get past that town.
All right.
Let's see.
What's the mechanical bonus of doing that?
For a journey song, trudging along 5 hours. Okay. I like how it gives the exact description of combat, but then in the same one, it doesn't really tell me in walking. Second.
Yeah. Oh. Well, damn it. Why is that not so clear? Hold on. I gotta find it in the. I summarized it when I put it on the journal tab here, but I don't remember what it said in the book.
That's right. Song. Singing songs.
Did you find it? Oh, I gave it the page number. That's why I put that in the journal so I could find these things again.
Succeeding in the role, ignore the effects of being weary for the length of the heroic adventure. Singing a song in combat is considered a secondary. But what? Would we get weary in journey? What?
Hold on, reading it. Yes, I needed to. That's what I failed to do in the little journal in the summary. Is that
I think it's weird, but I don't think it matters what song you do. It just stops you from being weary the entire time, which I don't know why you would specify differences in the songs then. But
yeah? Well, I've got different the songs that are from the books. Some of them are obvious that they're walking songs. Some are battle songs. You're supposed to only do one that you have written, but I thought that was kind of silly. Surely there's other songs. What I've done, my ruling on it is for you to make a song roll to see if you can remember a song that is suitable,
yeah,
and then how well you sing it. But yeah, for journeys, it allows you to journey without being so weary, which is more of a role-playing thing than it is a mechanic.
So I think if you succeed once in any of them, like one obviously you can do in combat, one you can do a journey, one you can do a council, but it doesn't matter where you do it. But if you succeed somewhere for the rest of the session, you can't be weary. Like
it's for that heroic venture, so that's.
It says adventuring phase. That's why
I was in the singing songs thing.
Oh.
Each song could only be used by the company once for each adventuring phase, but the little sub boxes ignore the effects of being weary for the length of the heroic venture, like singing a song in combat. that whatever venture it is. So journey, combat. That's what I've got from that. Which
Although I
is
don't know where you become weary anywhere else, but
yeah, weary plays more in hand when you're in a combat. That's why I'm saying it's more for flavor.
Yeah.
Keep it in the spirit of the books, and I like that. Okay.
Yes.
I am going to move your fellowship token on my map. All right. Move it one. Okay. So I won't start the actual journey phase yet as you're getting towards this other town. And they gave you roughly what you should be looking for, how to find them. And eventually you do come upon them. And the first thing that strikes your attention is that they are not even nearly as fortified as Corvin. They're relying upon more of... They're in a bit of a hidden sort of ravine, like surrounded by a lot of trees. So they rely upon being hidden as for their protection. Yes, they've built some wooden walls, but they don't have the benefit of ruins. And they don't seem to be quite as large. Do you make it obvious your approach to?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I would think so. We got no reason to hide from them.
And not unless you want to embarrass them and prove how vulnerable they are. But
Of course, it's cheating. You had directions.
yeah,
The orcs don't. So, I don't have a map for them, but...
Yeah, they hear the singing dwarf from way off.
ooh, yeah. I did upgrade my singing, so on the way here.
Did you?
Yep, singing and athletics.
Oh.
Whistle while you work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, people are watching you approach. Not a common sight for them to see. People who aren't trying to attack them and singing merrily.
Probably a little off-putting to them, actually.
Yeah, actually, they're like, do we trust this? You see a bit of apprehension. And then it's, hello there. Who goes?
We bring news from Giles.
Child. Huh. Who might you all be? We have not seen your like here.
Well, I am Herabrand. And I point to different people to say hello, who they are.
I am Bane, son of Wayne. At your service, and your little bow.
You may call me Wanderer.
Yeah. You see... Go ahead.
I wouldn't actually introduce myself. I would just say, has there been any orc activity in this area lately?
Straight to the point, yes.
Have you seen any hobbits?
Hobbits, yes. Some of us are from Bree and seen hobbits quite a lot. Orc activity. No. We have heard some strange howling, though. Just last night. We have run into orcs before. He's coming down He was standing on something taller, so they have a gate, but it's just wooden.
Well, we helped the Corvin hamlet with orcs, but they...
What's happened? And they've opened the gate, and there's a few men have come out, and there's a woman who's an archer.
Well, Giles and his hunting party were captured. We were able to free them and slay the orcs, but
Oh no.
obviously you both are in more vulnerable positions. It'd be easier if you joined up with each other. Not to mention, if you're hearing howling, we have faced wargs not that long ago.
We are 15 in number here. Corvin had more people than us. Surely we haven't ventured that way in some time. How do they fare?
Well, before we left, we were able to strengthen their defenses. Their fortifications are strong now. They have many lookout spots and have a large larder and are doing decent in terms of combat. They did lose a lot of their seasoned fighters. I forget how long ago he said, but yeah, not that long ago, in the last couple of months.
Some of us here in our number have a number of friends in Corvin.
You might want to consider combining with them for safety's sake.
By the way, what was the name of this village?
Shearer Vale. Shearer Vale. Do you think they would welcome us? Do they have the space?
Yes.
I think they do, right? I mean, from what we saw.
You feel
missing
like
half.
they could, or they could build more accommodation to make room.
I think they probably would welcome extra hands, and they definitely have space for 15 anyway.
Well, this is something that we will have to consider. But dear travelers, please come and rest. It's food and drink. And you see that they look around after you enter the gate. They look around outside warily before shutting the gate again. So,
Who leads your town?
well, we don't really have a leader. We're just a collection of a few families, to be honest. But if anyone, I would defer to Elwin here. And there's an older gentleman. He bows his head to that person. And he says, only by sheer qualification of age. Corwin and I go way back. Elwin, Elwin.
Just kind of give him a head nod.
But you all are welcome to stay here for the night. And tell us of the people of Corvin, how they are. We haven't seen them it's been a year.
So sure.
And they
Yeah.
We're obliged for your hospitality.
and they bring out food and drink, water. Some amongst their rank tend to your mounts, at least as much as Hogar will allow them.
Yeah, they seem seriously less secure here.
Perhaps we should stay here overnight and do some scouting after dark. See if we can track down the source of these howls.
You notice from a couple of the women and one of the younger men, just they look up at that and their eyes get a little bit wider and like with hope. You can feel like there's a matter of pride that some do not want to admit. The danger. That would be most kind. And we would welcome it.
Yeah, Bane would turn to Agamemnon. We did lose track of that other pack. Perhaps they are part of the same.
Would still recommend, and maybe we kind of move off at this point, and if they're giving us some food, we're kind of talking amongst ourselves without any of them listening in. Say, I believe we should still encourage them strongly to consolidate with Corvin.
Corvin, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's their best chance.
Yeah, this looks like almost temporary settlement compared to the other place.
15 people is not. It's not much. But 15 more. I mean, they probably had what, close to 30 up in Corvin. So now you're closing in on 50. You have a chance to, much better chance to defend.
Indeed, the more people they have there, especially more men.
Yeah. Or able-bodied fighters, anyway.
True. Yes, I should say.
Might be wise for us to even lend our horses and wagon in transporting them and their goods to Hamlet.
If they agree.
Must agree. Times are growing darker.
And they might be more willing to move if we assist them to protect them while they do.
Perhaps. But people could be prideful. We'll see.
We've been done a council for a while. Perhaps we can convince them. Well, at any rate, I feel like we've done most of the day, right? And we're here now, so we should probably just try to watch the tree line, listen to where the howls are coming from, because I guess they're there at night, so what direction of their number.
Indeed.
Mhm.
I think we should be more proactive. I think we should maybe actively scout and split off into pairs. 2 groups at least.
Right now, I mean, we just got here at the middle of the night. That's what I was saying. Or, well, at least
What time
later.
of day is it right now? Yeah.
It was you left. I would assume you left early in the morning from Corvin, so it's just beginning. The light is just beginning to fade. So there was still enough daylight that you could see and talk with each other when you first met them. But yeah, it's getting on towards night.
Intend to do some scouting at first starlight.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone else wants to do before you do this?
I can try looking around using scan.
Yeah, I would also just like to check their perimeter and how it's set up at the moment.
Okay. Well, I didn't have a map for this one, but what you've got is there's not a well-worn trail for you to see. Yes, those of you who are good at hunting can see the signs of people entering and leaving the sort of hidden ravine. And hidden is in quote marks here. We're talking about it's a tree outcropping, and they have built their little village down in it so that outside of that ravine you cannot see that anyone lives there. And there's trees down in the ravine and down along the edge in a way, so they are quite secluded in that aspect. But should anyone discover them, it would be over very quickly. Besides lots of positions for archers to be able to shoot over their wall. And their wall isn't terribly thick. It would only hold for a little while. But easily, if a company of orcs decided to, or a small band of orcs really, decided they wanted to, within a day they would, not even that really, within about a half a day they would easily have taken the place.
The wargs might just find them. Because it sounds like they're getting closer, which, as long as hopefully no giant hole in the wall, but, at least it'll keep them out at night for today.
So are you guys wanting to go out on a patrol at night? Is that what you're talking about, scouting around, or are you just talking about keeping an eye out just here, like from within and looking out?
I'll
Definitely
probably
gonna actively scout. Invite anyone to join.
I think I'm gonna stay back and try and keep watch.
Whatever whatever the group decides, is fine with me. I don't care. I'll go out actively.
We also all don't necessarily need to go if we're just scouting.
Might be best if even Wanderer and I go off to the stealthiest and she can track.
Okay.
I was about to say, with my awareness and hunting, I could probably do a good job of tracking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm decent at night in terms of you just want to bring me with you in case things go south. But
or do you want to set up an ambush? Like we find a spot away from the village, and you find them, and then draw them toward where like Bane and I are hanging out, because I'm not stealthy, but and then all the four of us or whatever just take them out at that point. You find them and then draw them towards you and come back where we're hanging out, and you know what I mean?
They're not on the move, and we can find them at all. I think that's a good plan. If you two want to find a good place for that, we won't engage them if we discover them, and then we can meet back up and devise a plan.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can find like a nice ambush area.
Get away from them and bring them, let them follow you, thinking that they're going to take you out, and then
surprise.
Yeah.
I have no awareness in hunting, but I have good scan, so I think the two of us will find something.
So while it's still somewhat light, Bane and I, you want to find a spot where we think would be a good place to ambush somebody?
Sure.
I take it you're going some distance away from Shearvale.
Yeah, not far, but a couple, but far enough that it's
Yeah.
not leading them back to the little village.
Look, here it is.
Mile to mile and a half, 2 miles maybe. So for 15-minute walk, or well, no more, half hour, 20-minute, 40-minute walk.
Right. Okay. Right. Is that all of you? Are you going as well, Fulvus? Or are you going to stay at the hamlet here?
I think I'll protect the hamlet. You guys said you'll come back if you find anything. Yeah. I'll stay at the
Maybe
hamlet.
work on like talking them into leaving.
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's have Wander and Angamandil. Let's see. I could do scan rolls or hunting. Those would be relevant ones.
We each do one of each.
Yeah, you can.
What about awareness?
Awareness is more like sixth sense.
Okay.
That would be that's like detecting somebody about to ambush you,
Gotcha.
or like a small detail, like notice I don't know.
I gotcha.
Notice somebody's possibly lying to you or whatever. But keep in mind your new ability, Wander. If you spend a hope point, you can make a magical success.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a hunting with a hope.
So it's almost, I mean, I guess kind of, yeah, like magical success. Is there's like an option when you roll to select a magical success?
No, it depends on. Well, you as an elf.
I'm just gonna do it anyways. Yeah.
You can spend a point of hope in your magical success. It's not for combat though.
Right.
I need to look at that
do
again. What is it? Hold on. As long as you're not miserable on any skill roll, you spend a point of hope and you get a magical success. And it, to the public eye, what you do looks very supernatural. And now Wanderer can do that with certain roles. Fulvus can do this for disappearing, for example. Just saw your chats, guys, and I didn't reply.
Is there a difference between getting like an extraordinary success and a magical success?
Yes, there are. You've got skill stats. That's on
it's almost worth rolling and seeing what happens, and then if you
yeah,
fail, use a magical success.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can get bonuses on top of that. All right.
I'm gonna use a hope.
Yeah, so I got a great success.
Yeah, I'll just get into yours now. Let's see.
Oh, so for my
Oh my god, it's a good thing you spent that. You rolled 2 Iosarons, Wanderer.
Yeah.
Oh my god, sorry. Unicorn?
Took an elvish lantern. Is my useful item. Resistant to elements, emits a brighter light than normal. And +1 to scan rolls as a useful item.
Sure. Yeah, scan rolls help in like looking at tracks and stuff, and that's one of the uses for scan anyway. Hunting can do it as well, but it's relevant for you. So yeah, you can have a +1 for that, and then if you want to spend a hope point, make sure you indicate it on the roll.
Forget what's inspired again.
Inspired means that you spend a hope point, it gives you 2 bonus dice instead of 1. The coding's there for it. You have to click it, but what are you doing that would be inspired?
I don't need. I already rolled. I didn't think it applied.
Okay. All right. Wanderer, I just need to know what you want to do with your extra success. There's a table. It's number 5 on the screen journal.
Okay.
Some of them aren't relevant.
I guess
Just
go quietly for
Okay.
one. We don't want to attract attention to what we're hunting.
Yeah, that's only the one. You only get one.
Okay.
Because you rolled 5, 5, and 6. So the 6 is what gave you the great success. Your new talent is what made you successful because both of your feat die rolls were Eye of Sauron.
Gotcha.
So, okay, you guys are out, and Agamondil, you see the signs that you recognize to be wargs. And you're not but a mile away. And it's quite recent. Do they know that there's a village here and they're tormenting them, perhaps, before they strike? But the tracks lead away, kind of not parallel, but kind of away, but not the exact opposite direction of their hamlet.
Are you able to follow these? We should find where they are. We're on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
And Wanderer, you go a step further than that. Besides the tracks, you start seeing marks among the underbrush, bit of fur, broken branches. And your skill as a hunter, you feel like it's the actions of prey being stalked. And shortly after that, neither of you need to make any roll. You can hear the howling begin. It's a little bit distant. But you don't feel like it's going to be very safe for them, the people in the hamlet.
I'm gonna get close to Agamandil and kind of whisper, should we return back to protect them or keep going?
Must find out if they're on the move or if they are an encampment, if there's orc with them. We need more information before we can return. Unless they're about to attack right now, which to me seems unlikely. I draw my sword, but if we must.
The direction of the howls do not seem to be towards the hamlet.
I say we press on, and quietly and maybe stealthily.
Oh, absolutely. Okay.
Let's see. Have both of you make whichever is relevant to your character, athletics or stealth, or
3 and unfavored or 2 favored? The math on that.
I got 2 and 2, so I'm gonna do stealth.
I'm not sure what would be
Stealth,
better
too.
for you there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna spend a hope as I can.
No, damn. I trip over a tree branch and fall down. Trip in a gopher hole.
I
Well-
can give you a success.
Yes, you can. I was waiting to that before I told what happened to you.
Yeah.
so. You managed to get to an area where there's a clearing, so we've got where it's a waxing moon. In fact, full moon is tomorrow. So there's enough silvery light. And you see just in the distance, not quite close to you, but you see the silhouettes of a pack of wargs. And upon several of them are riders. Numbers. Some of them are kind of bunched up and it's a little bit distant, but you... 5 or 6 riders, perhaps? Maybe a few more wargs beyond what there are riders? Kind of moving about a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell. Are either one of you keen-eyed at all?
No.
I am.
Aha.
I think elves have that.
You'd have to have chosen it. It'd be on your character sheet under distinctive features.
Features.
I'm swift
see
and
that.
secretive.
You didn't choose any distinctive
I didn't.
features.
Anywhere.
Yeah. You're supposed to do that at character creation. There's 2 you need to pick from.
Pick 2 of 3. Who's 2? Oh, okay.
It's up to you, but I would ask that you. I mean, I know you. I can trust you on this,
I don't
but
think I would. I
Don't-
don't think I would want keen-eyed.
okay. Well, you can wait to
Thought it
choose
was
the
just an
others later,
elfin feature. Yeah, I'll pick them later.
but they're not relevant right now. Okay. Hard to say, but it looks like they've stopped to kind of scan the area, and you've managed to stay secluded here. It's like you're on the. I feel like you're like on the edge of some trees, in the shadow of the trees from the moonlight. And they're out in a clearing. Just a few hundred meters from you. So maybe they're stopping to get their bearings. Maybe they're looking for something. Maybe they haven't quite found what they're looking for. Maybe they followed you guys. when you made your journey down to Shira Vale. And then they start to move out again, and they're moving not towards you, but to going to your left. They're headed that direction anyway, which is kind of parallel with the village, with the hamlet. They haven't seemed to have noticed you at all.
Perhaps now we should return. My sword yearns for their blood. Till he's like gritting his teeth and just like wants to charge in and try and fight them.
All in time, all in time. Let's go.
Has Elvis seen anything from Chiravale?
Now, I wanted to jump back to there. You were very secluded there, so wouldn't see anything that didn't get close to the hamlet. The other people from the hamlet are perhaps have gotten a little bit worried, people going out, but you heard the howls and you saw everyone there in the hamlet. Their shoulders kind of hunched together when they heard it. Perhaps maybe you think they've heard it more often than maybe they've admitted to. Again, perhaps that pride. But you saw your companions head out in an area, and no, you know that. And you saw them move about, but they've gone out of where you can see because of the tree cover. And you are down in a ravine.
Can I tell which direction the howling is coming from?
Oh, slightly northwest of you. You guys came down the direction the Corvin is northeast, and these howling is northwest. But you don't think it's far.
Okay. Elvis will tell everyone in the town to stay calm and to hide as best as they can. And Elvis will actually start heading out in the direction of the howling.
Okay. Can you give me an Enhearten roll first? Wow. You always roll well. What do you want to do with your extra success? This is your encouragement you give to them. Just looking at the widen influence is probably the most relevant.
Yeah, I'll do widen influence.
Okay. You can see how they were kind of nervous from the howls. They've kind of stood up, hold their head high, nod to you. And they move off. The ones who are near you move off to go, and you see them starting to tell the rest of the people. Some of the men you see drawing weapons and getting a position to where they can look around the perimeter. Quietly, you slip away whilst all this is going on. and head straight towards the howling. Herabrand and Bane, you both heard the howling as well. And it's, from your position, it's to the northwest of you as well.
Does it sound like it's coming closer, or?
No, but it doesn't sound like it's getting farther away either.
Well, Bane, what do you want to do? Go search for it, or wait a little bit, see if it does start to get closer? Give it another 10 minutes or so?
Well, because we still see no sign of the others, right? But the howling is getting closer to us again. That's what I thought.
No, we hear it, but it's not getting any closer. But it's not going away further either. Maybe give it 10 more minutes, see if it starts coming our way, and if it's not, start going looking for it.
Yeah, and if we hear it, well, I mean, the town's behind us, right?
They are.
So, I mean, worst comes to worst is we're basically guarding the town on the outskirts.
Yeah, that's what I assumed anyway. I guess we're on the same page. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that. We'll wait a little bit.
But Ungamondale and Wanderer both, they know where they left you.
Right.
What do Wanderer, Ungamondale, what do you do?
I think we would have been heading back towards town, or maybe one of us should stay and track them, and we can try to have a sign or signal.
Yeah, we definitely at least need to give the rest of the party a heads up of what we saw.
We know how to get back here at least. If they've moved on, we'll just continue to track them. But yeah, we should try to track down Bane and Herabrand.
Yeah. Well, we know where they're at. We left them there. So.
Okay, well, you don't need to make a roll to get back to them, but you can easily get back to Bane and Herabrand.
Okay.
And now they're walking towards the wolf sounds, and we're moving in a big circle.
And the whole hilarious scene unfolds.
We hear rustling. Who's that? Axe.
Calm down.
The real question is, will we bump into Fulvis on the way back?
Fulvis, you're on your own on that one. You were going straight for the howling, which would technically take you a little bit west of the position of where Bane and Herabrand are. Now, you don't even know where they are. You knew roughly from the plans, but not the exact.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm looking around to see if I notice anything on the way there. But otherwise, I'm just going to head straight towards the howling.
Let's see, make a, let's see, what'll be relevant to you? Scan would be relevant to see if you notice anyone. Again, see? Look at that. The last two roll. Look at that. The same thing. Right. Well, bonus success. Gain insights. Make haste. Go quietly.
Probably go quietly.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say that. Not known for being quiet. You've seen the dwarf, or noticed the dwarf. And you think you can detect perhaps Ungamandil and Wanderers joined them, seem to be in conversation. You were a little bit west of them. You noticed it in your direction that you hood out, but you noticed them. Do you feel like the howls are a little bit further west from where your companions are? Slightly.
I'll quietly go up to them and I'll say, "Hello, friends. Have we come up with a plan yet?"
Ooh,
Out
Yes,
of
I
nowhere appears a hobbit.
thought you were staying back in town.
I was, but I heard the howling and I just had to investigate.
I think that fits with one of your distinctive features too. Inquisitive or yes,
Eager.
inquisitive and eager. Both of them.
Just as it's just if you can disguise your scent along with your person as well, then you should be fine. But they track my smell.
You were able to find any kind of crop we could use as an ambush?
Oh, there's plenty. There's uh, different rocks, trees. It's not a thick wooded area, but there's outcroppings. There's little hills, peaks.
There are no less than 6 orgs, any with riders. We could become easily surrounded by them if we do not choose the right site.
Wanderer, you feel like as a huntress, knowing the direction that the riders went, that you were downwind. You have that advantage.
Okay. Well, we are currently downwind of the pack. We can easily sneak up on them. Probably best we get this pack as far away from the village as possible so they aren't discovered.
Indeed, though some of us are going to have easier times sneaking up to them than others.
Can lead you to them. We should move fast.
Well, Bane will nod and head that way if that's the case.
So what's your plan?
Oh, I say we go seek out the pack instead of hoping they come towards us.
You can still try to split them up even. And one person out to lure. And see how many of them give chase and then attack from a different direction with arrows.
I mean, to be fair, I think we were still being fairly stealthy, but if we, at least Airbrand and I, like, make decently visible fire. Don't be quiet about noise. I'm sure we can draw them, and at least if we're decently close to them, and then I guess ambush them, or you can track them and drive them towards us. Or I just don't think at least us two are going to be able to sneak up on them.
I think
But-
we attack them from different directions. Like you go in first, however many come
Yeah.
after you, and then we'll come in at them from 3 or 4 sides.
Well, flanking
Venture
them is
around 'em.
definitely a good idea.
Well, sounds like a rough plan, at least, which is better than no plan.
So you want to try to lure them back to you? Was that the plan decided upon?
Not even so far. We're gonna find them, and then just get their attention, and we're gonna surround them, and then their attention, and kind of start picking them off.
So you're going to split off where you're at now and kind of circle around them and come in towards where they're at. Is that right?
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
not on the move.
All right. So who's going with who? What directions? So if they're west of you, last known location anyway.
Well, Agamandil and I have the best chance of making it around them to flank them from their west side. Yeah.
I'd argue
So
that
that they would
technically
be-
Fulvus has the better chance since he can literally disappear. But
True.
Think
Could I try to make an explore roll to see if I can find a way that will put us ahead of them, or at least the less stealthy people?
ooh, clever use of a skill. I like it. Yes.
All right.
And don't. Yeah, that's right.
Hmm?
Well, this is one of those things where dark for dark business.
Oh yeah,
If you wanted to spend a hope point, you'll get 2 bonus.
I might as well.
It's up to you.
I might as well. All right, and then so I would hit hope, but then I'd add an extra one as well, or would I add?
On the when you click to roll it, click for a
Yeah.
hope bonus, but also click the inspired box, and it'll do it for you.
Okay, it does it. Okay, I just want to double check. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Alrighty, got that. And... All right. Well, we will find out. That was unfortunately a very low roll.
Wow. Oh dear. Do you have another? Is there going to be another session there, Jacob? That was a lot of dice to not add up to it.
Yeah, let me.
And-
Unless I'm able to. Am I able to? No, that's not. I know. That's
The whole
An eye.
concept of this.
well, worst comes to worst, it's bad for us if they find us, which is the goal anyway. Stumble
Yeah.
out toward.
Yeah. The whole thing that you're closing in on servants of the enemy, and perhaps the fate of these 2 hamlets weighing up on your mind a bit. And you did wipe out an entire camp of the enemy. You just get this shiver. Again, hoping no one noticed. But
Why was Thorin's helmet there?
yeah, yeah, all of that. Is he still alive? What does it mean? But you weren't able to figure out a way forward. So, what's going to happen? Wander are going to go separately from Agamandil and separately from Fulvus, so there's 3 different angles. We're going to stick together.
Well-
I could maybe scout ahead and get close to them.
Okay, that's one. What's the rest of you?
I would go solo in the north.
Yeah.
I'm gonna charge in and try to draw as much fire as possible, like in the
Yeah, that
second
sounds like
group.
a good idea. The stealthy of us
But if
draw
only a
their
few of
attention
them go
towards us.
after. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, if we can get their attention on the two of us, three of us, so the not so stealthy people can sneak up from behind, or do their best to sneak up from behind.
Oh, I'm not so worried. I feel like Bane, who's trying to come from the west, just pops out of the southwest right into them. I have a feeling that's he'll get their attention regardless. So,
Yelling at them, waving some axes.
Honestly, it might be best if I get the initial attention, because then you two can spring out and then flank, whatever's attacking me, and just get some quick hits in behind them. I have like 14 armor dice. Like, it's gonna be insane. So I should probably.
oh
Okay.
no, I agree with be premium. However, I did fail my explore roll pretty bad. Anyway,
Okay. Agamandil's going north. Fulvus is going to sneak up close to them. Bane's going to come in from the southeast, heading towards them. Wanderer, which direction?
I guess I'll come in from the northeast, east direction. Kind of filling that gap there. Did I get that right? Because we got somebody coming in from
Yep,
north.
Yep. You're right.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Harabrand?
Anyone from due south?
No one has been so far. And
That'll
that
be me. If that works.
whoever said gonna switch to voice only, you were clicked on the fellowship token, so I don't know who it was.
Dang,
I think that was Unicorn.
Okay. It's alright, I'll roll for you, dude. Alright. First things first. Fulvus. Let's have a stealth roll. Remember, with your ring, you get a +2, and it will not be automatic. I mean, it won't be in the coding.
Yeah.
Have you failed anything?
Not today, no.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, 2 bonus successes. Perhaps
It was 3, actually.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay.
I took the hit earlier.
Yeah, there you go. I would say things that might be relevant is make haste, gain insight. You can gain some information about the enemy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do make haste, gain insight. And I mean, I don't know if it's too late at this point, but I don't know. Has anyone committed to going somewhere else? Maybe I can help bring someone else along with me.
No. They were all coming from different ways, and you were scouting ahead.
Okay, I'll do make haste and then I guess gain insight twice.
Yeah, and I think also I'm going to put you in an advantageous position as well, that you flank them to some extent.
Okay.
All right. And your insight. Let's see, I'm counting. there it is. You feel like there's about half a dozen wolves. About maybe about 5 orcs. And you see a couple little smaller scrawny types, probably some goblins. And you've managed to get yourself in some trees. And they actually have turned back and are heading. They're going to be heading kind of slightly south, well, more like an east-southeast sort of direction. I'm going to bring you guys to a map. I've used this map before, but you're kind of coming at it from a different angle. But as far as generic wilderness battle map, it will work. So I've put you from the different directions that you're coming from. And what does Fulvis see? Sorry, just getting these all visible. Just takes a lot to move them all. Go there. Do what I say. Almost done. Is that everyone? Oh, here we go. Okay. There we are. So you see that passing you, and they are completely oblivious to you. Agamandil can just see them.
I feel like if I was a little more around the corner there, I could peek at them. Like, whoop.
You were aware before you moved up from your right. You could tell Agamandil saw something and was prepping for combat.
Okay.
I've just put you all in the combat tracker.
I would have switched from my sword to my bow at least to start with.
Figure out your opening stances, because I need a quick bio. Very, very quick. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, I am returned. So you're getting a bow, Wanderer, and Agamondil was going to charge in with his sword, if I remember correctly. Unicorn may or may not be able to talk at this very moment, but that's what he last said.
No, I'm good. I'm thinking I'll probably draw my lantern to create a light and try to see how many I can draw off from the main pack
Ooh,
to
brave,
come at me.
brave man.
That way the others can move in and pick off stragglers.
Oh, that'll make it easier for Wanderer. Okay. Herobrand and Bane, you can, in the moonlight, you can see this angry pack coming down the way. You're in a higher position.
Hmm.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can't now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would like to potentially move a little closer so I can see them probably a little bit better.
Yeah, you could just see them coming, but as far as when you're too far back, obviously, to make you're wanting to be ready to make an action. I get that.
Yeah,
Um,
right here.
Okay, because I'm just asking you in advance. I'm actually not going to make you roll for stealth because Agamondil is going to distract them here in just a second. I just want to see what you're thinking. And Fulvus, you're in the tree there. Well, not necessarily climbing. It's up to you if you want to be, but
Yeah, I think actually I'll climb up the tree.
all right. With all those rolls, I'm not going to make you roll again. Okay.
About how far above them are we?
You are about 2.5 to 3 meters. It varies.
Okay.
You could easily dive
Not more
down.
than like man height, not more than like a man height. Okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna take a jump. Yeah, it's not like 20 feet. Okay, right.
No, it's not like that. And it's becoming one of your signature moves.
Yeah, if I land on my feet, hopefully.
Well, hopefully not falling down not tripping this time. Still. All right. So, opening volley. Oh, we lost. Oh, she's back.
What?
Did you lose power?
No,
I thought you disappeared from it.
No, wasn't me.
Oh. Oh, my Discord showed that someone did. I thought you did. It doesn't matter. You're here now. All right, opening volley then. So, it's not really a volley. It's more like close combat, but Angamandil's attack would be lighting up his lantern. Is there a shout that goes with it? Unicorn? May not be able to talk so quickly.
My Bluetooth was messing with me. I missed what you last said.
Oh, I said, so I'm starting the opening volley. Your attack, quote unquote attack, is
I know.
lighting up the lantern. Are you gonna? Is there a yell that goes with it to get their attention? Seer.
I just start cursing them.
Okay. So, Angamandil does that. It makes logical sense for that to go happen first. All their attention is instantly drawn towards him. Wanderer, this is you and Fulvus's time for a ranged attack if you wish to make one.
Yeah, I am going to attack this warg that's furthest out and closest to me. Well, he moved.
I just realized that I should probably move them slightly because otherwise it's not accurate what Agamandil was trying to do.
But he's still closest to me. So I kind of step out just enough from behind this rock. Well, shit.
No luck for you. Fulvus?
Yep.
Oh, I see. You've already got one targeted. Are you targeting the warg or the rider?
The warg.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Oh, nice.
Yes.
And do I need to roll a success to get the piercing blow, or does it just happen?
No, that's. Did it not come up as an option? Oh, that's only. Oh, it only pops up if you got successes. The extra successes to where you get it. But no, that Gandalf will give you a piercing blow. And let's see.
Oh, I guess I had a secondary action.
Oops, I'm on the wrong tab. Down it goes. And this orc don't have a way to mark. Green cloud means he's prone. He's fallen, he's tumbled down. Okay, and then Bane and Herobrand, no ranged weapons, is that correct?
No, yeah, I'm just gonna have my sword.
Okay. And then I'm gonna jump right to begin combat so you can choose your stances. And then we'll attack accordingly.
I'm gonna stay in rearward because I gotta move up before I can use my sword.
Yeah. Unicorn, I don't know if you can still hear. I just saw your post in there, but it's already. I changed it on your character sheet to be automatic, and it's actually +4 because you got close-fitting helm and.
Oh,
armor.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't figure a way to do it automatically. I wasn't sure.
I just changed the stat on your armor. I did that for you when I went through and made this chart.
That makes sense. I already did it for the shield too. So.
Oh, I need to see the shield. I forgot you just picked that up. Oh, it's protection value. What does it increase its protection by 1? Is that what a reinforced shield does? 1 to your shield's
Yeah, it was
bonus.
+2 base, and so I changed it to +3.
Got it. Okay. We're good. Okay. So, Herobrand and Bane, forward stance. Fulvus, you're staying rearward. Angamandil would go to forward stance and charge, I suspect. Herobrand, I think I will let... Well, players are meant to decide. I'll let you guys decide between Bane, Herobrand, and Angamandil who goes first, second, and third amongst you three.
It doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna go dive down and try and just end that goblin that's fallen.
Ah, cool. Okay, I'll give you a bonus on that one as well. Yeah. Now that I've got the movement rules right, you can easily dive and get up there. I will make you make an athletics roll, though.
Let's see. I guess I'll just do that now then.
My only action is to draw their attention.
Okay. I was gonna. Do you want to stay? I'll put you in forward stance. But do you want to stay? Because that makes them a +1 to hit you. It also gives you a +1. But if you're trying to draw them, maybe that's not what you want to do. You want to just stay in open stance, perhaps. I'll wait for him to reply. Go ahead, Hairbrand.
I think I'm gonna spend a hope point. Can I do that?
Mm-hmm.
Just on my face. Okay. Hopefully. Here we go.
Once you get several successes. Oh my god.
See?
Even with a hope point.
Damn.
And that means you guys are gonna be known by the enemy soon.
Can I swing from my knees?
Yeah, but I will make it so that the bonus you would have gotten for him at being prone is no longer there, so it's a straight shot.
Okay, so straight shot with...
Remember to double right click on him to target him.
Oh, did I not target him?
I don't know. Maybe you did.
Double right click?
Yeah, now you are.
Okay, let's go back. Here we go. Alright, let's hit this guy. Oh. No! I'm kidding. Alright, well.
Right over him.
Yep. I had it planned until I fell to my knees. And then that screwed up this. This does not bode well for this fight, I must say.
It started off a little bit awkward. Yes, it has.
Yeah.
However, I will give you the feel of that blade swinging through the air just sung in the air.
Yeah.
All right, Bane.
All right. Bane as a secondary action. He's going to take a few steps back and launch himself at this guy.
All right.
Yelling at the top of his lungs. We're going to hope for the best because I upgraded it. I'm assuming that's an athletics check to start out.
It sure is. What does it make? What athletics do you have now?
Oh, I have 2 ranks, but it's also favored because it was one of my favorites.
Yeah, there you go.
Fire because it's nighttime.
Oh, did you spend your hope to...
Oh, right.
You have to spend the hope to make that bonus happen.
That's fine. Why not? We're gonna make this awesome.
Get enough successes, you can do a flip.
There you go.
And you did. I'll say that's quite a launch there. With that extra success, if you like, I'll give you a +1 on your attack.
Wonderful. I'm kind of trying to land like right on him in the war with my axe. So this is when we're working perfectly. All right. So we're gonna swing my axe. I guess I have to choose a target, right? So I guess.
Yeah, you do.
I'll choose the warg because if he goes down under the warg, it works out anyway.
Gotcha.
Axe. All right. Oh, right, gotta target him. And in that case, I have to get off of him.
Yeah, makes it easier to see.
Yeah. Alrighty. Bonus dice already. Oh, I already have one, so additional. Wonderful.
Yeah, this is on top of all that. Yeah, your 1+1 is just from being in forward stance. That happens automatically, though.
Yeah, and I already spent the nighttime, so... Or...
That...
Because it's still the same turn? Or is it...
No, that has to be per roll, I'm afraid.
Alright, that's fine. Then I would...
So you'd have to spend another hope point if you wanted to.
What's here? What the heck? Why not? At this point.
This might be quite comical. Oh my god, look how much dice.
That's what hope is for. We have plenty of it. We're
Yes.
full of hope.
Yeah, well, we've been playing quite conservatively with how much hope you guys spend.
Now, I don't think it did it, right? Because officially I rolled an 8. Officially I get piercing, right?
No, it won't do that automatically, but yes, you're right. You automatically get piercing.
Alright, so
What's your damage of your axe?
do you just want me to roll heavy?
No, no.
Do I have to act
What
with heavy blow?
No, I mean just what's just the straight up damage of it? Normally, just a plain axe. The warg's dead. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it says damage.
I'm considering an option here for the orc.
Yeah, it says damage 8.
Damage 8. All right. With three successes, an extraordinary success, and this amazing launch. Besides this happening, I'm going to say you caught part of this orc as well in the cleaving, and him going tumbling.
Chop his leg off.
He's prone, but I'm also going to damage him a bit. It's not in the rules, but I think it's fitting for that sort of success.
Just because I have it up, I'm going to just go through with that with the damage.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah. That was a roll. All right. Open stance. Angamandil comes forward up and brandishing his sword. Wanderer, you are still unknown to them. Even though your arrow whizzed by, they can't quite place it. Now it comes up to your turn. Between you and Fulvus, actually, you guys can choose to make which one of you goes.
I would say it's hard to place, especially when the dwarf came barreling out of the sky.
Definitely. Well, probably would have mistaken, well, that arrow that came whizzing by maybe came from the dwarf. As far as they know, Wanderer isn't even here.
Well, I'm going to move up. Use my secondary action to move up just a little bit. And I'm going to attack that one I tried previously.
Okay.
Hey!
All right.
3 damage. Much but hey.
Bit of a wound. Okay, Fulvus.
Yep, I'm gonna attack this one warg to the north.
Ah, there he is. Yes. Oh, had to happen sometime.
Just barely, yeah.
Man, yeah, you're 1 point off. And it was favored, too. Wow. All right.
Was he?
Yeah, he needed 1 more point.
I forgot it splits it up when I open it.
Yeah, you have to hit that one. And that's all of you, so it is now their turn. I keep forgetting to advance. This combat tracker doesn't work the best. All right. This archer, goblin archer, can't see Fulvus at all, but did see Herobrand make his stumble. And will shoot.
Oh.
I need to make a protection roll. Does it allow you to click it? It's in the chat window where it says piercing blow. Herobrand needs to make protection roll. Can you click that and do it?
chat there?
Yeah.
So-
Does it give the player the
Oh,
option?
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it looks like it.
Just go ahead and click it, and
Yeah.
it'll automatically check your armor. You are protected. No injuries. Great success, too.
Extraordinary.
But
Oh, extraordinary,
bounced
yes.
off my shoulder.
Yeah, well, you still take 3 points of damage, but it hasn't given you any sort of a serious wound.
Okay.
All right.
So shall I click that 3 damage?
See if it works. See if it takes it off for you automatically. I don't know if it lets the player do it or not.
I don't know if it did. Let's see. It'd be off my endurance, right? So. No, it didn't. Oh, no, it didn't.
Okay, so you're just down to 23 instead of 26.
Yep. Okay.
All right. All right. That one. This orc and warg are together, actually. They're traveling up to Agamandil. Rah.
One took an arrow.
Yeah, the one who took it. The one who took an arrow. But the orcas didn't realize it happened too quick, and he's dragging him towards. He hates the elf. All right, and he's gonna swing his scimitar. Ah, hits. And let's see if the coding works right. Yeah, that's enough dice to indicate his advanced armor. And it still takes 3 points of damage. No, it does not do anything automatically at all in that. That's interesting. Okay. That one's dead. He's gonna run. Bane, are you underneath this orc? Where's your token? Oh,
I was just wondering the same
you're underneath the
thing.
dead
Where was
warg.
Bane?
Bane's right here.
Yeah, I see him. It's just like,
It was the blood splatter.
yeah, he's covered in blood right now. Well, that's quite a sight. This lot. Remove that orc behind him because he's on him. Come charging up, and this warg is actually going to attack you. Try to take a bite. And does take a bite. 3 points of damage to you, but no chance of injury whatsoever. And carrying on. That warg's gonna try to take a bite of Agamandil. Failure. Dodging around, it snaps its jaws shut, but Agamandil moves out of the way at the last moment. The archer, the goblin, sees Wanderer. This little goblin right here.
Oh boy.
And its arrow goes whizzing by you. Hits the rock to your right. That. Wait, he's gonna... That's a downed one. Still doesn't notice Fulvis, but does see Herobrand there. And runs up. This is right below you, Fulvis. And that orc's gonna take a swing at Herobrand. With a nasty sword. Just hits you. 3 points.
Nickel and diamond me here.
That's what they're doing. That warg can't... You're gonna go forward. Goblin's with him.
Oh boy.
And you get a little bite. 3 points. It's alright, you guys are gonna go to town on him next turn.
I'm not 25.
That...
I assume the wargs are level 1 might or whatever.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Everyone you're with is unfortunately a 1.
Just checking.
Yeah.
That's what
Alright, Bane. This orc's swinging his scimitar. Oh, dear. Gonna do the same thing I did before. 6 points to you. No injury,
Oh
though.
no.
And... this warg down here is going to take his bite at Bane, or Herobrand.
Okay.
Attempt to, anyway. Oh. He did well. 6 points. Heavy blow. And... that soldier's prone. Orc, sorry. Orc soldier's what he is.
Yeah.
Tries to make a move towards Bane, but is not likely going to be successful.
Okay, I'm weary now.
No, you're not.
No? Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
The sword is
Coolio.
singing in your arms, and you do not feel the weariness whatsoever.
Okay.
I told you you're going to love that new ability. And that orc swings and misses Bane, and this one is, oops, it's also prone, trying to Herobrand. It grabs for its spear, which was on its back, because it's laying prone, but he's not going to have an easy time of it. And that's going to fail. Yep, as expected. And the last one is a warg in the back. He's going to stay put there, because he's got a goblin archer on him. Top of the round, you can change your combat stances.
I'm going to change to Bill. Right, isn't it?
You all happy with that? You're going to open.
No, forward is what I want. Actually, I get it mixed up.
Go forward stance for Angamondale. He's got one on him. Okay. Well, although you in forward stance, which is everyone but Fulvis, you can decide who goes first amongst you. Doesn't matter to me.
I guess I'll go. So using my secondary action, I'm going to equip my sword
All right.
and attack the warg. And I get extra because of my sword bonuses. Superior fell against orcs and wolves. So my valor is higher, so it's 3 plus 3 to the injury.
Oh, I forgot all about that one. So you did what? 6, 9 points. Okay. He's quite wounded. All right. Bane, Hairbrand, either of you two want to go next?
I guess I'll swing.
You've got one who is prone in front of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I think I'm targeting the warg.
And then the warg is right there, yes. Do you get to your feet, by the way?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I won't let that make quite an action, but you're not really going to use any others anyway.
Yeah.
There you go. What's your bonus?
Heavy blow, I guess.
Did the pop-up come out?
Yeah, it said heavy blow was my
just,
choice.
Just click submit then. There we go. Ooh. Oh. He is gone. Bane.
Yes.
You have a prone orc to your right, and then a warg that's just with another rider on top, right there at you.
Oh. Well, I'm assuming he's prone because he's trapped under his warg, so I'll attack the other warg over here.
Okay.
So it'd be 3. That's that.
There we go.
It is a piercing blow.
Oh. Was it the orc or the warg? Oh, it's the warg. Yes.
I say, "Come to my axe," and then I hit him right in the head. Which I'm assuming the orc on top does not quite enjoy.
Yeah. Yes, Wanderer, you're right. At least partially. That's why he just kind of scrambled for his spear. He's not getting up. Both of the two prone orcs are kind of... They could choose to try to attack ankles, or they could try to get up. And last time they chose to try to go for the ankles, and they both missed. But
well, there was that third one on the warg that Hairbrand just killed.
that one, because he wasn't traveling at speed. I'm not
Gotcha.
I'm not going to put him at prone.
Okay.
But good to bring it up, though. All right. Agamandil.
Is singing a song a secondary action? Well, I guess he's not weary, so never mind. It's not weary yet.
It is actually. You could sing whilst you fight.
I will sing whilst I fight. Because if I succeed, I guess we're not weary anyway. So, song check, and I get a plus, or what? Do I get a bonus dice for a +1 to the result? Because I'm singing something I did in the Spitfire.
You're singing something what?
That I did in the song in the Hall of Fire.
Ah, yes, indeed. Yes,
So
it does get a +1.
Yeah, it's +1 to the result, not +1 bonus dice, right?
Oh yeah, +1 bonus die.
Oh, okay, bonus dice.
Not quite
That's
getting
check.
the pitch on this one.
Nah, it's more focused on cleaving the ward. However, at least I didn't waste it, so there's that.
Agamondale brings down this warg. Well, now the orc is there on its own. Take him out of the... Okay, Fulvis. Last but not least. You've got an orc almost directly below you. Taking aim here at Harabrand, but there's a goblin archer off to your left.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and focus down these wargs. All right.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, that's a good roll.
It does get to make a protection roll. And that means he has died. So this little goblin suddenly is now without a mount. Well,
The elves have taught me well.
yes, they have. Just picking them off from the tree. They don't even know you're there yet. No idea. Hell is just raining down from somewhere. All right, what's left of the enemy here? It's their turn. Well, that little archer is going to go. Is he going to know? I want to do a roll for him. No, he does not. Wait, does he?
Well, he benefits from Eye of Sauron.
What? It didn't show up as... Oh, I see, because I did it as the dice roller. Yes, he does notice the Fulvis. Had to happen sometime. Three points. Just manages to nick you there. Orc soldier on Gamandil. Swings its scimitar, but its mount just dropped out from under it, so I'm going to give it a negative. And it misses. What? Oh, he's dead. Forgot to mark him as such. This goblin that's right on you, it can't... Wanderer, sorry. It's too close to shoot you at close range. It's not skilled enough for doing that. It draws out this little dagger that's kind of wicked and jagged looking.
I laugh at him. What you gonna do with that little thing?
In the air. Nothing. Where's he at? The one right on Agamandil. The orc that's not prone. Swings his scimitar. Hits. Nickel and dime. Another 3 points. There's actually a warg left. The one on Wanderer.
Yep, I didn't quite get him.
And it misses. This orc jumps over partial warg carcass
just dropped out from under him.
Yeah. Suddenly he's on his feet. Okay.
Popping up.
Yeah. Swings a scimitar with the cruel curved blade. 3 points. Little bits here and there. And that orc is, he's going to spend his action getting out from underneath his warg. So I will mark him as such. But he's not going to get to do anything else. And the same thing for the other. Okay, top of the round. Any change of stance?
No.
Okay. Go ahead and go. Any of you can go. Hairbrand or Bane.
I'm trying to take his head off.
You guys can go ahead and kind of roll simultaneously. I think I can keep up with it. Wow.
Very nice.
Wow. Are you serious? Both of you.
That's also another 8, so that's also a piercing.
Yeah.
I guess my turn. Hey!
No way! Oh my god, that needs to be a screen. I'm gonna screenshot that. Hold on. There we go. I'll post that up later. Okay, let's do the damages here. So flat.
And of course I get +3 on the injury for me.
Ain't gonna matter.
I know. 20 damage. I think he's pretty done.
That was the warg.
Yeah.
Poor little goblin.
I know
Poor
it.
little goblin. He's squished under his warg now.
That is hilarious. I haven't rolled Agamondil's. Let's do him now because he was in forward stance. Look at all those skulls. I was a little bit worried about this combat. Sword, sword, sword.
I had hope. That's why I jumped to the ledge.
Well, had me rolling. It would have been funny if that would have been an extraordinary success as well. All right, Fulvus, your go. You've got one orc directly below you.
Yeah, I will attack the goblin archer over here.
Oh, of course, them. Yes, I forgot about the
Yeah.
goblin. He's kind of blends into the map a bit for me.
Oh, nice.
There we go. Protection test. Wounded means dead for adversaries. You guys each took out one entirely. Except for Agamondale. Alright. What is left of the enemy, and are they not running?
Yeah, at this point, they just saw 4 of their companions go down in 1 second.
Yeah, and all their mounts are gone. We have 2 orcs, 3 orcs, and a goblin. Yeah, I'm gonna think at this point morale is waning. This orc, Agamondale, attempts to flee. Before he can do so, I will allow Angamandil an attack. He misses him. I think the ruling is a little bit different in this game. I'm going to go ahead and just go with it for this one. Come on. Well, oh, why are we... Why will it not let me select him? I cannot make this goblin move. Or orc move. Why, Foundry? Why? Well, he is. This orc. Why is it just stuck on a measurement tool? I'm not measuring anything. Oh, God. I'm going to refresh the page. Which stops. Whee! Okay, now he can run.
A little weed.
Yeah, he says that too. No. All right, this goblin archer is like, oh crap. He's out of your hand reach right now, so he doesn't. I'm not going to give you a chance, at least with a sword.
Damn.
Harobrand, allow you to make an attack of opportunity here on this orc.
Okie doke.
I'm going to look up that ruling better for next time, but...
No bonuses for that, is there? Or?
No, just straight up.
Okay.
I'm sure the ruling is different in this game, but... And he not going anywhere.
Cut off his legs.
He turned to run, and you cleaved him down in two in a single blow.
What you get?
It is what you get. And then, lastly, Bane, you can. This one's trying to scramble away, go in this direction. But I'll give you an attack. Let's say severed head. You want to go with that one?
Yeah, he turns and just right through the neck.
Almost like a backhand of sorts.
And then, with my secondary action, or well, I guess that was their turn, huh?
Yeah, that was just a attack of opportunity sort of thing. Yeah. But that's the end of the round, so it is now your turn.
Alright. I would like to take a secondary action first.
Okay.
And attempt an athletics check to get the distance I need to this orc.
Okay, I think you may not need the athletics check.
Well, I thought it cost an action to run to him. That's why I was...
That, it's just under, I don't know if you saw my comment earlier.
It adds
further refined. What is your strength?
Yeah, my strength is
7. You can go 14 meters.
Right. If I need the extra feet, then I do athletics. Got it.
Yeah, you're close enough. If he was 1 meter further, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just run at him with my axe. Right, gotta target him, of course. There we go.
Oh my god, look at these rolls.
Oh, that was also piercing.
This
That's
is
not great for
this
him.
is the highest concentration of extraordinary successes in any combat since we've done this.
So I cleave the head off the one. I see the other running away. I do a charge and then just bury it in the back of his spine. Just
All right.
drop him.
I think Unicorn would have Angamandil charge this goblin. And it's doing it again. Well,
Are you on the measurement tool?
I thought I changed it, but I was. Okay. Normally I do forget, and I'm on the measurement tool quite often, but I wasn't earlier. You all have to believe me.
This poor guy was like, oh no, in the middle of a bunch of dead orcs.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh no!
Well,
But he's wiry and running away.
Agamandil's like, come here, you bastard. Alright. Hairbrand and Wanderer, you can have your... Oh, you're doing ranged, Wanderer. Sorry, you have to wait. So, Hairbrand can go first. Get him.
Poor little goblin. He's got nowhere to go.
Yeah, at this point, I'll just start begging with his life for information. Not that it's going to do him much good, but...
Swing at him, or
Sorry. You
can
can...
I take a swing at him?
Oh, you can. You still have an action. You did your secondary to run. So your primary can be to attack if you wish.
Yeah. Can we can I like hit him to subdue or something like that? Do you want to keep the guy alive so we can talk to him?
You can
Find out what's going on?
You can do what you want. You can try that. You don't have to go for a kill.
Yeah, so I just hit him the same way though.
Yeah, I'll roll the same way, then we'll just figure it out from the resulting successes. Yeah, I would say with a great success like that, you could you could even grapple him if you wanted to. And hold him.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. I smack him and then he gets a little stunned and I grab him.
Got it. I'm gonna give him just a little mark. Knock him down a few points. And that will end combat. Because he ain't going to be able to fight his way out of this. That's for sure. Right. God. I did have a combat prepared, but you guys rolling extraordinary successes left, right, and center. But...
Okay, they did that's pretty good though.
I thought I overdid it with this after the first round. I thought, oh dear.
Yeah, I thought it was these orcs have been giving us trouble.
Yeah, you rolled quite a few Eyes of Saurons for him, though.
I did at first, and then suddenly you guys, bam, bam, bam. I was wondering, since we're about 10 minutes past, why don't we stop exactly right here, and you're going to begin with the interrogation of this goblin.
Okay.
And
Sounds like a good plan.
That way Unicorn is here. Well, he thinks he's going to be able to be here for the next session as well. Alright, let's do... Saw your comment there. You've seen it before.
Yeah.
All
Basically how he's handling this goblin.
Yeah, let's do experience. As soon as I find my little thing to do it. Here we go.
Yeah, until you really get into the mechanics of the game, you don't realize how nice being a dwarf in that encumbrance thing is. Taking like 3 small hits and I still not weary.
I know. Alright. Oh wow, that it works now. It wasn't having Unicorn in this one at all. Alright. Can you all have your sheets open? I want to make sure the coding works, and scroll down to where your skill points and adventure points are.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready before I press this. I want to make sure this works.
I'm
I'm
ready.
ready.
We're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, it worked.
Cool. Worked for Ankamandil.
It really wants Harebrand to be weird, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, but it ain't gonna happen. Not with this sword. Here's the thing. As soon as you sheathe that sword, suddenly you feel the weariness.
Beat.
Don't worry, I'll take over holding something at this guy's throat if you want. Take a breather.
Cool. All right. Stop the recording.